Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good evening, wherever in the world you be. Welcome to A Taste of Being You. Being You is an Access Consciousness class that was created by a very, very special man named Dr. Dain Heer. Dr. Dain wrote an incredible book many, many years ago called Being You, Changing the World. And that book certainly did a few things beyond even, I think, whatever anyone ever imagined possible, right? That energy of changing the world was something that Dain looked at and said, imagine that every single one of us, imagine that every single one of us was truly being us. What would that look like? What would that be like? What would that feel like? What would that taste like? What would that energy be if you were truly, truly being you? And I'd like to just first of all kind of invite you guys to think about something. Would you be late to your own party? Would you be late to your own party? Have you bought the lie that it's too late? That it's too late to change things? That it's too late for your life to be your life? It is too late for the things that you've decided are not working for you to let go of. What if now was the space for you to acknowledge that this is your party? This is your party. And you truly, truly being you is all this world requires. Imagine that in that space of you planning this event, this party, this birthday for you, you go, wow, this is what I want this to look like. I want this to look like this. I want to have those balloons. I want to have those people there. I want to have all of those things. And then you say, oh, I got the date wrong. Everything that you be is a choice that you make. And how often are we creating and basing the choices and the reality that we're living on what other people tell us we are, what we should be? And what if now was truly, truly, truly the space for you to acknowledge, but what if you were the invitation to changing this world? Not a doing, not a chasing, not a having to, not a wondering when, not a financial, I've got to have this much money, but just you being you. What energy could you be what energy could you acknowledge about yourself that would change the world? I'd like to invite every single one of us to just take that in for a second. If I was truly being me, what contribution would I be that would change this world? You get a sense of that energy? And now take that energy and I want you to just kind of like expand it. Expand that energy over 100,000 miles in every direction to include not only this earth, this planet, this universe, and universes beyond this universe, and other universes and multi-universes. And now I'd like to share with you that that is exactly what being you, changing the world is. that is exactly why this book that Dr. Dane wrote, Being You Changing the World, has been truly, truly a worldwide phenomenon that has created the space for him to then create a class to invite you all to for changing the world. So everywhere that you've decided that it's too late, that it's the wrong time, that you don't belong here, that you're in the wrong body, that you're with the wrong people, and that there's nothing you can do about it. Can we please just destroy and uncreate that? And everywhere that you've bought the lie that you're too much or that you're not enough, can we destroy and uncreate that too? And what if now was the space for you to welcome in and to invite a greater possibility into your life? So the Being You class, we are actually really excited to share with all of you, both online and in person here in Manila, in the Philippines. We're actually coming off of, we're about a few hours away from finishing an amazing, amazing Access Consciousness Foundation class. And so much has come up here during this class about how we are aware of the life that we are asking for, the reality that we're asking for, the things that we know are possible now that we have completely shifted and changed our reality. And because of that, I perceived that there was more here for us to explore and to play with. So we have decided to add one more class. Actually, we originally had it planned for last week, but we decided that we were going to move it to after the foundation because there was something that was kind of pinging to me about these energies in this class. And now we're going to offer the Being You class. It's going to be next Tuesday, December 5th, from 10:30 a.m. Manila time until about 4:30 p.m. Manila time. Okay, for those of you who are on the East Coast of New York, that's 13 hours ahead. So you might have to stay up late to play with us. Or we're going to have a recording and you can actually enjoy the recording afterwards. So if you have any questions about the class, what you can begin to look at and receive, you can reach out to us. You can ask any questions that you want. You can send us a message, an email, or whatever. What I'll tell you is super, super cool about this class is that each and every one of you is going to get a workbook, which we call the Being You workbook. And the Being You workbook, which comes with the class, is truly an exploration of you. It's so beautifully curated because this book asks you questions about you, about your life that maybe you've been unwilling to ask yourself. And for those of you who are new to Access Consciousness, being the question, utilizing the question, and asking a question is what creates a greater possibility for you. Is it open to anyone or is it open to only people who have done the bars class? And it is open to everyone, Rish.
Awesome.
Absolutely open to everyone. No prerequisites whatsoever. Okay? What's really cool is that if you've never ever done that, if you've never ever come to an Access class, it's a great taster also to the tools of Access. It'll get you really, really asking and seeking more. Okay? So, as an invitation for the next week, I would like to invite everyone to look at this incredible capacity to be in allowance of others, however they choose to be. How many times in our lives have we gone into a situation, whether it be a professional situation, a relationship or something, and somebody, the person that they demonstrated themselves to be, maybe is a little bit contrast once you actually get in and you get to know them. It's like getting an offer for a really great job and you get in there and you're like, wait a minute, this is not what I signed up for, right? To be an allowance is to say, oh, okay, I wonder what choice I made that this is showing up for me. And then knowing that you can always choose something else. Okay, so what are we willing to choose that allows us to have more of us without being diminished by whatever it is that's showing up around us? So if you jump into that job and you go, wait a minute, these people aren't showing me what I anticipated or expected them to be, ask yourself, what can I choose? What can I choose in allowance of them being them? Right? We often get in and we go, this isn't what I have. This isn't what I have. This isn't what I decided. This isn't what I stepped up for. And then we lock ourselves into that judgment. Brenda said so beautifully. She said, remember, choice is the superpower. You always have a choice. And being in complete allowance for others being them and being in complete allowance for you being you is a space where you always know that there is a choice to be made. It doesn't mean being a doormat. It doesn't mean saying, well, this is them. I guess I have to just accept this and just lay down and just take it the way it is. No, that's you being pathetic. That's not you being you. You being you is the acknowledgement, this isn't light for me. One of the tools that you will learn in this class is that what is light for you is true for you, and what is heavy is a lie. Another person isn't wrong. They're just heavy for you. I wonder who would be light for me. I wonder who would be a light space, a light contribution for me. Follow your knowing. Allow yourself to get out of the judgment of making yourself wrong for finding yourself in that position or with those people or staying in that relationship for 25 years that you know is never going to fucking change. I'm being like, hey, you know what? As I allow this person to be them, I also realize that it's okay for me to be me. And what if me being me was not with this person? Would I be willing to allow that space to occur? Okay.